With 26 days left for the ICJ referendum, the opposition party PUP is hoping that the Belize Supreme Court will rule in their favor and approve an application for an injunction of the referendum. The application was filed last Friday, March 8th, and was heard this morning before Chief Justice Kenneth Benjamin. The hearing saw two fair senior counsels go head-to-head as Eamon Courtney represented the PUP and Lisa Schumann stood on behalf of the government of Belize. The two counsels have both served under the People's United Party as ambassadors and foreign ministers, but today they stood on opposing sides.
If, as we expect, the injunction is granted unless the government gives an undertaking that it will postpone it, then it seems to me if the Chief Justice were to say no to the injunction, we have the option of moving on an emergency basis to the Court of Appeal and thereafter on an emergency basis to the Caribbean Court of Justice. We believe that the interests of justice and the rule of law will require that the claimants have the day in court before the referendum is held. I do not believe that there is any reason for there to be a mad rush in view of the fact that the government itself is saying these gentlemen have brought a claim that raises matters of national importance.
Chief Justice Benjamin did query the tardiness of the application, but subsequently agreed to hear oral arguments on the injunction on Monday, April 1st. It is cutting it close to the referendum date, which is April 10th. 2019. Several supporters of the injunction application gathered in the courtroom for the hearing, including PUP's Deputy Party Leader Cordell Hyde.
Under the laws of Belize, the people of Belize have the final say, have veto over any proposed final settlement with Guatemala. In other words, we get to say yea or nay on any proposed settlement with Guatemala. What you have under the special agreement is a proposal to outsource that power to 15 foreign judges. In other words, we would be saying to 15 foreign judges, you decide this matter, you settle this matter, and we will live with it. We will have to live with it because under the terms of the special agreement, essentially what we are doing is saying it's binding. Anything from the ICJ would be binding, would be final. If we go and lose, we would be crying, weeping, gnashing of teeth, but we cannot do anything about it. And what we are saying is that that's a very far-reaching consequence of the special agreement. And the foreign minister do not have the authority to bind the people of Belize without getting an input from the people of Belize through their parliamentarians in the National Assembly. We never got that.
Senior counsel Lisa Schumann has been in favor of going to the ICJ for years now and has been loud and vocal during the education campaign. Schumann, who is working with the Solicitor General Elisa Montalvo, says while some do not want to see the referendum take place, there are also those who have a legitimate expectation that it will take place.
What we will be arguing over in terms of injunction only will be the matter of whether the referendum can or should be conducted. But understand, there is a train which is already going, already on the tracks, already full steam, and moving towards April the 10th. So there is a balance of fairness that the court must look at, and a balance of convenience, and which would be the greater issue, whether to have the referendum or whether to stop the referendum. So that is what we are going to be arguing on April the 1st.
The PUP's application is twofold as it seeks to clarify whether the government of Belize acted legally when it signed on to the special agreement, and it seeks to stop the referendum from taking place. The claimants on behalf of the PUP are Cordell Hyde, Mike Espat, Oscar Ricania, Rodwell Ferguson, and Anthony Mahler, while the defendants are the Prime Minister of Belize, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Attorney General, and the Chief Elections Officer. This is Janelle McKenzie reporting for Love News.